looking bike, that one. Keyway. I've never heard of it. A Keyway bike 202. K-Light. Looks like a good bike. Well, looks cool. Alright, we're gonna have a look at some buildings. Waiting for a grab to take us to the first one. Some older buildings here in KL, back in Kuala Lumpur. The big tower there. Alright, there's our first building of the day. St Mary's Cathedral, Anglican. Don't know if that makes a difference. 1894 that one was built, but there's KL, there's plenty to see. There's there's a lot of really good buildings to see around here. Come and show you this one over here. So that there in front of us is, it's either 93 or 96 metre flagpole, one of the biggest in the world. And in 1957 the Union flag was lowered here in KL, Kuala Lumpur. Lowered, and the Malaysian flag was raised for the very first time at midnight. I think it was August the 20th or something like that. So this building here is the Sultan Abdul Samad Building, and it was constructed, first founded in 1884 in I forgot the word, a wasn't a neo-Muslim style, it was something else. I forget. Very unique looking building though. And is the time right? Yes it is. The time is right. 5 minutes to 3 o'clock. And behind it, the massive Merdeka 118. But that's a modern building. That's for another video. Absolutely stunning, that building there. Absolutely stunning. And it's very big. And this ground that we're standing on was the Selangor Club. I think it was also just known as the Padang, which I believe means field. This was laid by acting British resident Ernst Birch. He levelled this out, and he was a lover of cricket. So what better thing to do? Make your own cricket ground, cricket pitch. Also rugby has been played here. Let's go and have a look at some of these extraordinary buildings over here. Back to the flagpole, 95 metres tall. That one. So I got my dates a little bit wrong before. It was the 30th of August in 1957. There's a mosaic. So that building is the old government printing office. I'm going to guess, but don't know for sure, that it was built around about the same time, the 1800s. Let's see if there's a date up on this. No, there's not. Ah, it's got all the different coloured glass in the windows there. Very nice. And this building right next to it. As usual, I tried to do some research, but it didn't go well. So this is the Bangunan Chartered Bank. Old Chartered Bank building. No dates again. Very, very nice. The old brickwork up the top there. Stunning. And directly over the road, no shortage of buildings here to look at. This is magnificent. The National Textile Museum. What a beauty. What an absolute stunner. That was that building there. But again, that's for another day. And this nice looking fountain here is called Cops Fountain, after a police inspector, I think it was. A highly regarded policeman in KL back in the day. So they got a fountain just for him. Now all the front of this building is all boarded off. The Bangunan Sultan Abdul Samad Building. So we can't get a really good look, but look at even the archways above that staircase there. The Islamic style. So I'm not going to have the names for all of these buildings, surprise, surprise, but feel free, if you know what they are, get me the timestamp and let me know in the comments. I'll find out as many as I can, but I don't know how much luck I'll have. So that concrete lined canal was once the mighty Klang River. I guess it still is. A lot more water flowing in it today than there was when I was here just a few weeks ago. And there's a coconut floating down the middle of the river. You won't be able to see it. That building right there is the old High Court, built around the same time, in that again with the Islamic.
I'm so sorry.
So, just a little bit interrupted. Right then was news came through to my friend Mark, who's just walking in front of us. He just got a text from his brother wanting to know where he was, because he does spend a bit of time in Bangkok, and Bangkok has just been hit by a very large earthquake. So he was quite concerned. He's also got quite a few friends there, I believe. Alright, so that's the old Supreme Court. As I was saying, in the Islamic style. Let's go somewhere where there's a little bit more shade. Look at this tree, covered in those vines. I wonder if they're like a parasitic type vine. Bird's nest plant there. I don't know if they harm the tree at all. Alright, let's see what else there is. So the Klang River, also known as the River of Life. There's the mosque. You can see it. It's sort of get a bit of a look at it there, but it's currently closed. Closed despite those people walking in. It is actually closed. Visitor Friday closed. Oh well. here is a better shot of the mosque. Very nice, very impressive. Yeah, stunning again. Right on the intersection of two rivers there. Two canals. Could be drainage canals for all I know. Nothing to write home about, but still a nice looking building on the corner there. Mark's got something else to show me. Let's go and have a look. There's the junction of two rivers, right next to the mosque. Stunning place. What a magnificent city Kuala Lumpur is. Never, I killed myself. Never ceases to amaze. Look at that, there's a nice mural there. This whole building's covered in murals. And I think you have to be on the other side of the river there to get a look. Ah, check this building out. Now this one again is all covered in murals. Is that desecrated the building? Am I allowed to use the word desecrate in a non-religious form or a non-religious setting? I just have. Jesus. Very, very nice. All different people. All that's Mark's trying to stay out of my video and I'm getting thirsty. I'll need to find a water or a beer, one of the two. Okay, a little detour here. Come into a market. It's basically a souvenir market. Hello. Oh, sorry. Okay. She was looking at me with the camera when I said hello and then decided there was no pictures. I don't get it. I don't get the no picture thing. It's advertising for their business. You know, what do they think? Someone's going to steal their ideas from a YouTube video? I don't think so. Pretty big market, but as I said, all souvenirs and whatnot, so not for this video. Now you're not going to see these very well, but there's some pretty old buildings here. Very, very nice. Just traditional, small, I guess colonial type buildings, probably built late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. A little strip of unknown shops. Don't know how old. Maybe it was one big building at one stage. What could that have been? As soon as I saw it, it reminded me of an old dance hall. Somewhere where you'd go on a Saturday night, let your hair down, chat with the ladies and girls. Alright, this is Checkling Street, I believe, Chinatown. Just lots and lots of shops selling pretty much whatever you could want to buy. I'm not in the market to get anything. Pretty cool mural. And more on this side of the road. What happened to architecture over the years? What made it change from artistic like this to the more sterile stuff that we've got in this day and age? Give me these old ones any day. And a very stunning looking mural, or series of murals, along this wall of what's possibly a fairly old building. This is a beauty. Very subtle with the colours, or the lack of colours. Makes it look very, very nice. And a few more up there. Now these are the gatehouses. They are now. What they were previously, I'm not sure, but now they're the gatehouses for the High Commission of Pakistan. I'll show you the building itself. There it is, a nice, very nice colonial style building with the round tower there. Set in very nice gardens with the palm trees there. Now that house, I couldn't find the date from when it was built, but the fence is pretty cool. And these are the business. No, I couldn't find the date from when it was built, but it has been the location for the High Commission of Pakistan here in KL since 1957. And another little guardhouse there. And the house itself is believed to be haunted. Haunted houses. What's going to happen next on my channel? There's, yes, guards. There was one particular guard who said he saw a lady in white, a white apparition, and when he approached to say, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" she just disappeared. Other reports have said things like there's spots in the house that are cold, and you know, KL. If you've ever been to KL or you live in KL, it's not cold. It's far from it. But there have been reports of cold drafts in that building, which was more than likely, I'm going to have a guess, say it was probably built in the late 1800s, perhaps the early 1900s. Definitely wasn't built in 1957. Well, I don't know for a fact, I doubt it. Now that's quite a nice building there. Saloma, Kuala Lumpur. I'm not going to hazard a guess and say how old it is because I'm usually wrong, and I'll get away from that music. Hang on. Check this out. It's a bullock-drawn cart used by the rich people of Malacca in the late 15th century. Nice. The roof like that, which is supposedly meant to look like the horns of a bull. I guess it does, in a way. Or a cat. The ears of a cat. And that is right out front of the Malaysian Tourism Centre. So the tourism centre, was built in 1935 for Mr. E. Tong Sen, who was a very wealthy resident of Kuala Lumpur. I think he had his roots in the property where the rubber was grown and something else, I forget. But so 1935 this was built. Didn't have an architect to help him along his way, because the only architects in that day and age were in league with the British colonialists, in league with the British. They were tasked with, any architects that were in town were tasked with doing the buildings, designing the buildings for the British Army. It's very nice. Obviously a little bit's been redone, but it is actually quite nice and quite cool under here. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Walk this way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, out to the street? Oh, yes. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. How are you?
You live here, born in Malaysia?
Yeah, I'm Malaysian here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All your life here? All your life?
Yeah, I'm staying here. I'm live here.
Okay. It's a beautiful city. It's beautiful.
Where are you
nice.
from, sir?
Australia.
Australia. How many days already here?
Maybe 4 weeks, I think.
Oh, 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'll stay for a bit longer. I'll have to go next week, but then I'm going to come back,
Oh,
do
okay.
some more. I went to Kuching last week,
Oh, Kuching. Okay.
and I want to go back and see more of Kuching.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, more of Sarawak. I've got to see all of
So
Sarawak.
more to travel here.
Yes, I might spend another couple of months here.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's very nice. It's beautiful. Have you been to the Cameron Highlands? Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's nice?
For now, it's okay, because now the celebration day, the Hari Raya,
Uh-huh.
and then will be tomorrow. Must be Cameron will be full, will be traffic jam.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So in a couple of weeks?
Yes,
It'll
maybe a few
okay?
weeks, because tomorrow will be the Hari Raya,
Yes.
and then be a couple of weeks, 1 or 2 weeks will be quite busy over there.
So the Haraya.
Yes, Hari Raya, the Muslims will be celebrating
Okay.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, so that's the end of Ramadan, yes?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So I can expect more fireworks tonight?
Yes, today will be 12 above.
Okay. Oh, very good. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, sir, have a nice day.
You too, bye-bye. The fireworks at night, they've been killing me. I've got my shopping too. If you're wondering what that stripe was there, lugging my shopping around with me. The fireworks at night, my goodness. They're they don't let up. They just start as soon as it gets dark. Just sporadically through the night. They explode in the sky. All I can hear is the noise. They're very, very loud. They echo in amongst all the buildings. Selamat Datang. Not sure of Datang. Not sure which part of the day that welcomes you to, or gives you a greeting in which part of the day. What a nice building. It's a nice backdrop. Look at that. Now, while I've shown that building before, in one of my other videos, it fascinates me. It's, I don't know, I love the staircases. The external spiral staircases. So this area, I've been informed, I've been educated by my viewers who have told me some of my last videos, the error of my ways. So we're about to go into here, which is Kampong Bharu. As you can see, right next to the huge skyscrapers all around. But come along, let's go and check it out inside. This is Kampong Bharu. In 1899, the British colonial government of the time decided that they would set aside this area for the Malay people to live. It's actually called the MAS, the Malayan Agricultural Section, I think, something like that. And this is where the Malay people came to grow their food. So this was all once, and all the surrounding area was all once agricultural farmland. Not so much today. It's all taken over by a mix of traditional Malay houses, which will be this one here, and you're more modern with the colonial influence there. And oh, that's the back of that building with the spiral staircase. But my apologies if you've seen my previous videos where I did walk down this very street, but I come a little bit more informed. There's a nice Volkswagen Beetle. So yes, your more traditional homes. So we are right next to the River Klang, the River of Life. At least, as far as I know it is. So all these buildings here, your traditional ones, not the concrete ones obviously, but ones like this, were built out of Meranti timber, other local timbers that were available, and quite often built on stilts to avoid the flooding from the Klang River. But it's very fascinating. I mean, that looks really run down. People obviously live in it. There's a sign there, Malay. That's it there, the Malay Agricultural Settlement. 1900, January 1900. So a very traditional area that is owned, thank you to my viewers, by the Malay people. This area, a very sought after piece of land at that, because look, you know, as I said, big skyscrapers all around, and this here is a prime location to build another, you know, 5 or 6 huge buildings. But who would want to see that happen? Not me. I like this. I like the old town stuff. It's pretty good. Now, I'm not saying that these houses are still here from the 1900s. There may be a couple, but definitely not all of them. As I said, a mix of old and new. So all these places along here closed at the moment, although it is 3:30 on a Sunday afternoon. But these would be bustling with people in a few hours' time. Wow, that's a nice building. Hello. That's a very nice building. Can you see the shape of the roof? Big point up there, similar to what I saw on that bullock cart just before. So I'm guessing that not a lot has changed here for the last, you know, since, well, as I said, 1900s. Independence was 1957, and I reckon, you know, these houses, and maybe even some of the people who live in these houses, have seen it all, lived through all that, and now it's a car park. Alright, thunderstorms are brewing from Kampong Bharu in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. See you on the next one. Give me a big fat thumbs up if you liked it. Bye bye.